How you doing, guys, and welcome to my spoiler-free review of Obi-Wan Kenobi series part 6, the series finale of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and coming off of where they advance and put together all the storyline and the backstories in part 5 of this series. This episode, I was very pleased with the performance. The vibe in this episode was so great and brought back a lot of felt the nostalgia factor to it. I was thoroughly enjoy with this finale of this episode, and really I truly enjoy the entirety of the series, and it's very great conclusion to this mini 6-part episode series of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And they start off with them pick up the story from like basically 2 hours past from the previous episode, which was part 5. I thought it was a very curious move why they did that way. I thought they're gonna pick up the episode like, basically 10 minutes later or something. No, they did not. But it wasn't that so serious, so I wasn't mind where how they pick up the story. And basically it was like a two simultaneous setting. One is in Tatooine where Reva, she go after Tatooine because going after this particular individual, and it was revealed in the previous very end of the part 5 of the episode, and you kind of like get her motive about why she's doing that, because of Obi-Wan's nemesis, what he has done to her. So I kind of get her motive, but her motive doesn't make any sense. But then the path rebels are getting chased by the empires, on and on and on. Then the choice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, where it defines as like, he gotta make some sacrifice. He's gotta have to draw out his nemesis in order for the path rebels to survive and go on to safety. Like, the care factor of Obi-Wan moves and grows so much every episode, and really you thoroughly enjoyed and pleased and with the performance of Ewan McGregor. I was truly appreciated him as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you really love the character. Him as a Jedi he's outstanding. Then the settings in Tatooine to like now the rock planet where Obi-Wan got his rematch with his nemesis, and I was very enjoy. It was like brought back the Revenge of the Sith vibe. It was like simultaneously, it was like Anakin against Obi-Wan on Mustafar. On the other side, like it was like Yoda against Palpatine. That was like that was you wouldn't care that much because that was the outcome was like kind of predictable. That's the case on Tatooine, where third sister Reva, what she was doing to this particular individual and his family, where his family's watching. But the rematch between Obi-Wan and his nemesis, that was truly absolute intense. Like, it's like must watch. It's like a must watch battle. It reminds me of the battle in Revenge of the Sith, the battle Mustafar between Obi-Wan and Anakin. That was so intense. The music in that sequence is so terrific. The battle between them is so great. And this time, Obi-Wan was prepared. Like, part 3, when they met for the first time, Obi-Wan wasn't prepared for it. He was getting dominated by this one. It was evenly matched. Both never backed down. You thought, oh, this was over? It's like, then Obi-Wan comes back. His strength got back to the fullest. Like, it's so great to see. Then once he like kind of almost defeats him, then he kind of felt that very end of the battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan. That reminded of the scene where the dialogue exchange between the two. I thought that was very fantastic. It's like you feel the emotion and heartfelt that moment. That was so like it wasn't tear flowing to the fullest, but you feel that moment and the heartache, and you realize that Obi-Wan's former true friend, his brother, you guys gone. So you kind of like felt the emotion of that. But entirety of that of that moment, that was so great. It was so absolute bonkers, like so unbelievable to see. I was so entertained by that. Then you go back to Tatooine, where Obi-Wan goes on to, like, do like his rescue mission, what he was supposed to be doing all this time in Tatooine. Then he encounters with Riva, where she almost turned to the, like, hit the bad side, but she, like, I like how she turned to the good. Although in this episode, her character is so inconclusive how it ended. So in the future of Star Wars, what's her story is gonna be in terms of Riva, third sister? Is she gonna be having more story to tell in the future series of the Star Wars series, on and on and on? So that's an interesting part to see, because her character, as complicated and fractured she was, and anger she was, it's a bit of a inconclusive. So ending to her character. Then Obi-Wan finally remet with Young Highness. Then I like the moment when he tells her her attribute comes from, which referencing her mother, her dad. I really, really love Obi-Wan telling that story, the backstory of her mother and father. Then there's a couple cameo appearances. One was like kind of unexpected. Then the very ending was like, oh, I know this guy's gonna come. I knew it. And that guy appeared. If you're a fan of the prequel trilogy, you will definitely love that moment. This character come back for the first time, and like since that, it was so absolute great. And overall, this episode thread the needle between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. If you're a fan of the prequel trilogy, you appreciate it, and it's very satisfying now to see this series overall, how instructive it is, and you really enjoy Ewan McGregor playing Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was really enjoy MCing, and definitely use. It's a great series. This was an outstanding series, and a lot of good moments throughout, and I was thoroughly enjoyed by this series. So that's my spoiler-free review of Obi-Wan Kenobi series part 6, the series finale of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. What do you think about it? Leave your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and see you in the next one.